The original question was that this bill be now read a second time. To this, the honourable member for Port Adelaide has moved as an amendment that all the words after that be omitted with the view of substituting other words. The question now is that the amendment be agreed to. I give the call to the member for Lindsay in continuation.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. It is great to be back in this place, and today I rise again in support of the Social Security Legislation Amendment Green Army Program Bill 2014. It is my belief this bill will deliver real, tangible employment opportunities for young Australians everywhere. It will deliver vital resources aimed at tackling environmental issues and, most importantly, deliver projects entrenched in local communities right across our nation. Since I spoke last in this place, I have held numerous meetings with representatives from local community groups, including Penrith City Council, Muru-Midigar, the Western Sydney Conservation Alliance and the Cumberland Conservation Network, to discuss the Green Army program. I am pleased to advise members that all are passionate about the local environment of Lindsay, and all are excited about the opportunity the Green Army program will provide our local environment. I was particularly impressed with the willingness of everyone to work together as a team. We are united with a common goal to create a legacy for our community and future generations to be proud of and to benefit from. It is the theme of teamwork which I believe resonates with the Green Army program. I take a moment to reflect on the success of the Green Corps program, as I believe it demonstrates why the introduction of this legislation is so vital, and why I believe the Green Army will be so successful. Over the life of the Green Corps, from 1996 to 2007, young Australians delivered the following outcomes. They planted over 14 million trees. They built more than 8,000 kilometres of fencing, cleared over 50,000 hectares of weeds, collected more than 9,500 kilograms of seeds, and constructed and maintained more than 5,000 kilometres of walking track and boardwalks. As stated by the Minister for the Environment, the Abbott government will create and properly resource the Green Army to be a larger and more lasting version of the Green Corps. Deputy Speaker, the Green Army will become Australia's largest ever environmental workforce, building to 15,000 participants by 2018. Capable of delivering 1,500 on-the-ground environmental projects in communities right across Australia. This initiative will recruit young people aged between 17 to 24, interested in protecting their local environment while gaining hands-on experience and skills. Under the program, participants will be paid an allowance and undertake accredited training. This will be particularly beneficial to the people I represent in Lindsay, as not only are we the fourth youngest electorate in Australia, but we also have a relatively high unemployment rate in this age bracket of about 11.6%. Another key element of the Green Army program is that it will support work undertaken by local land care groups, bush care groups, foreshore communities, natural resource management groups, local catchment authorities and councils in their work in restoring and protecting the local environment. This complements the Abbott government's direct action approach to climate change. Direct action provides Australians with an opportunity for individuals, communities, organisations and companies to work together to address Australia's environmental challenges. The Abbott government's Direct Action Plan will ensure reductions in carbon emissions take place within Australia and eliminate the need for the failed carbon tax. This policy will make a real difference. It is a proactive environmental approach which fosters teamwork, local ownership and community spirit. It will make a positive impact in our backyard and addresses the broader issues of climate change across the nation. Deputy Speaker, it is important we as a government protect our environmental assets, but this should not just mean our natural rainforests and marine parks. We need to recognise the value of our green areas within and around our cities and more urbanised communities. Which is why I was pleased to stand with the Minister for the Environment during the election campaign to commit to the people of Lindsay and Greater Western Sydney a $15 million Green Army investment in the conservation of the Cumberland Woodland Plains. This corridor is over 30 kilometres in length and 10,000 hectares in size. This makes it twice the size of the Western Sydney parkland and essentially the lungs of Western Sydney. This is an important part of what makes Greater Western Sydney unique. And Deputy Speaker, I'm sure you understand how unique Greater Western Sydney is. And a better place to live. And this election commitment is a fabulous guarantee to our local communities that this government is focused on maintaining our quality of life. I take this opportunity to remind the members of the House of a detail of the commitment made by the Minister for the Environment during the campaign regarding the funding of the Green Army program for the conservation of the Cumberland Conservation Corridor. $7.5 million in direct funding for the acquisition of threatened land in the corridor. $5 million for planting of 1 million trees as part of the Coalition's 20 million trees policy within the corridor and related areas. $2.5 million for 15 Green Army teams to work on local conservation corridor projects over the next 4 years. It goes without saying, this will be a major boost for the conservation of the region and will provide a once-in-a-generation chance to establish a conservation corridor to be preserved for future generations. As our cities grow, we have a responsibility to ensure that valuable conservation areas and bushland are retained and protected. It is also about providing a lifestyle balance and ensuring communities are connected to their environment and create livable cities. Deputy Speaker, there has never been a more important time to take direct action on the environment to preserve our quality of life. I'm extremely pleased that Lindsay is and its surrounding area will be a direct beneficiary of this government strategy. More broadly, the Green Army will make a difference across Australia as this task force works on a range of rejuvenation projects. These include propagation and planting of native seedlings, weed control, revegetation and regeneration of local parks, habitat protection and restoration, improving water quality by cleaning up waterways, revegetation of sand dunes and mangroves, creek bank regeneration, foreshore and beach restoration, construction of boardwalks and walking tracks to protect local wildlife, and cultural heritage conservation. Our Green Army policy will deliver tangible benefits. It will boost workforce training and productivity by providing meaningful, practical and hands-on environmental skills and experience for thousands of Australians. It will see thousands of young Australians gainfully employed. It will strengthen our local community involvement. It will see our creeks and rivers cleaned up and the conservation of cultural heritage places. It will see an unprecedented program to restore and protect the natural habitat. The Coalition believes in the importance of caring for the environment, both now and for future generations. Deputy Speaker, I am pleased to support this amendment and I commend this bill to the House.
I thank the member for Lindsay.